All right, guys, continuing along in John chapter 2 here. We just finished the wedding at Cana last time, and we're going to keep going here. John chapter 2, starting in verse 12. Meta tuta katabe, ace kapharnaum, autos kai e mater, he mater, autu kai hoi adelphoi autu, kai hoi mathetai autu, kai ake amenan u palas hameras. After this, you'll see that a lot is a transition kind of word. After this, after these things, that sort of thing. After this, he went down into Capernaum. He went down into Capernaum. Notice we've got our subject back here. That's okay. We can bring that out to the front. He went down into Capernaum, and his mother, and his brothers, and his disciples also remained there. Palas hemeras, not many days. That's just an idiom for a few days, right? Not a couple days, right? They're not emphasizing that he doesn't stay there long. They're just emphasizing that he stayed a few days, right? Palas hemeras, and they stayed there a few days. Verse 13. Kai engus ein tapaska ton iudaion kai anabe ace he arusaluma ha Jesus. And the Passover of the Jews was near. Okay? Again, this is one of those little phrases that you almost have to read backwards, right? The Passover of the Jews, this whole thing is the subject, was near. Could you say it backwards? Could you say, and near was the Passover of the Jews? Yeah, you could. It's just not great English that way, right? And so, remember, we want to be faithful to both Greek and English when we translate. So, and the Passover of the Jews was near, and Jesus went up into Jerusalem, right? On a bay. He goes up. You always go up to Jerusalem and you come down from Jerusalem, okay? Verse 14. Kai Huron ein to hiero tus paluntas baas kai prabata kai peristeras kai tus kermatistas kethemenus. Okay, now this is another one of those stories. There's going to be some vocabulary that just doesn't show up very often, and that's okay. We don't want to necessarily waste brain space memorizing the word for oxen, for example. It's just not that important, but we do want to just kind of have a tolerance for this because we're gonna see this where we encounter words that we don't really know, and we just need to use our tools to see what they are, hover over them, and see what the word means, and then keep going. Okay? So, and he found in the temple ones who were selling oxen and sheep and pigeons and money changers sitting. Okay? And he found that all in the temple, right? People who were selling oxen and sheep and doves and money changers sitting there. Verse 15. Kai poiesas fragelion ek skoinion pantas exebalin ek tu hieru ta te prabata kai tus baas kai ton kalubiston ex ekeen ta kerma kai tas trapadzas anatrepsin. Okay, a lot here you don't know, but that's okay. And making, can you tell what word this comes from? What lexical form? Yeah, poieo, right? Okay, this is a participle. And making fragelion, what do you think this is? Yeah, a whip. If you studied science back in the day, a flagella is the long thing that comes out of the end of a cell that helps propel it along, and it just whips back and forth, right? We get that from this word. Fragelion is whip. And making a whip from cords, he drove all from the temple. Now notice here we've got ta te prabata, both sheep and oxen. This ta here, this is kind of shorthand for what we saw before, the ones who were selling, right? That's just, it's kind of an abbreviation. No, ta doesn't always mean the ones who are selling, but it's just referring back to what was above, right? It's letting your brain kind of fill that in, right? And so making a whip from cords, he drove all from the temple, the ones who were selling both sheep and oxen, and he poured out the coins of the money changers and overturned the tables. Trapezas, okay? Trapezas. And overturned the tables, okay? Verse 16. Kai tois tas peristeras palusen apen arate tauta entuthen, and to the ones who sold pigeons or doves. Actually, prabata up here, I think I said pigeons before. That actually means sheep. Peristeros means pigeons or doves. And the ones who sold pigeons or doves, he said, take these things away. Do not make the house of my father a house of merchandise or a house of a marketplace, okay? Emporiu, like an emporium, okay? An emporium is like a marketplace, a selling place, that sort of thing. Don't make, notice kind of the parallelism. Tan oikon tu patrus mu, the house of my father, oikon emporiu, a house of buying and selling, that sort of thing. And then verse 17 there, Emnes thesan hoi mathetai autu hati gegramenon esten ha zelas tu oiku su katafagatai me. Okay? His disciples remembered that it had been written. You'll notice this a lot. This is a perfect verb, which you don't know yet, combined with esten. You'll see those two together. This is from Grapho. They remembered that it had been written, the zeal of your house consumes me. Okay? The quotation there from Psalms. The zeal of your house consumes me. Okay? And that's where it leaves off. We'll go ahead and leave it there for right now. Again, another maybe a bit more difficult translation, just because sometimes, there's listings of things that we just don't know, that don't show up enough for us to memorize. So we just do our best and we keep moving. But certainly some things that you do know in there. Keep practicing, keep working hard, friends, and we'll see you next time.